Alright, please use this podcast to complete your note pack for Section 2 of Unit 6 on ionic bonding. This is where we had left off last time when we were talking about the combination between magnesium and chlorine, where magnesium gives up 2 electrons and chlorine accepts 1, and it takes 2 different chlorine atoms to accept the electrons from magnesium, and as a result you get Mg with a +2 charge and 2 atoms of chlorine, 2 ions of chlorine, each with a -1 charge, and they bond together. They're oppositely charged of each other and therefore attracted to one another. Now, as we continue through your note pack, question number 6 has to do with naming positive ions. Sorry about that. Naming positive ions. First of all, when we have positive ions, specifically the metals, those that are on the left side of the chart, we leave the name the same. We simply add the word ion at the end of the name. So sodium becomes sodium ion, magnesium becomes magnesium ion, and so on. The negative ions, the non-metals over on the right-hand side of the chart, we change the ending of the name to "ide", and then you still add the word ion. So oxygen becomes oxide, nitrogen becomes nitride, carbon becomes carbide. Now, continuing, some of the physical properties of ionic compounds include these 4 listed. If at any point through this video I go too quickly, you can simply pause the video and write down what you need to, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about each one of these points. Now, here's some review. When we get to the review, it might be a good time for you to pause, and if you think you know what the answer should be, go ahead and write it into your notepad. If you're not sure, just keep listening. Now, first of all, the sulfur atom gains 2 electrons. It's going to be then called sulfide because sulfur is a non-metal. It's going to have a -2 charge. Aluminum is a metal. It loses 3 electrons, therefore becomes positive. And you can see calcium as well. Again, please try these on your own. Go ahead and pause the video and go try answering these 3 questions. Now, for barium with a +2 charge, that means that barium has lost 2 electrons. Acetine with a -3, it's gained electrons, and copper +2 has also lost electrons. Go ahead and take a moment, work through A through E on your own, pause the video, come back to it in just a second. Alright, and continuing, for A through E, there are the charges for each of those. Go ahead and pause the video again and try F through K. And now F through K look kind of like that. Hopefully you're getting these same answers. Please write them in your notepad. Question 2, name the ions above. Go ahead and try to name them on your own if you can. And here is A through E. Again, with the metals, watch it should be ide. Argon is a noble gas, so it does not form ions. Go ahead and try F through K. And now F through K look kind of like this. Continuing, number 3, identify each as a cation or anion. Again, if you can do it on your own, go ahead and pause it and give it a shot. And A through E look like that. And if you can do F through H, go ahead and give it a shot. Or F through K, and there's what F through K looks like. Looks like our magnesium's on the next line here. Continuing, number 4, write the formula and binary ionic compound formed between calcium and sulfur. So we need to know what the charge for each is, what the charge for calcium is, charge for sulfur, and combine them. Each calcium's a +2, sulfur's a -2. The name, calcium sulfide. Practice problems. Again, go ahead and work through these practice problems on your own. Pause the video. And these practice problems for the first 3 work like this. Notice we have the formula and the name. Go ahead and do D, E, and F. And D, E, and F look kind of like that. Continuing, number 2. Number 2, write the formulas for these compounds. Now you're given the name, you need to write the formula. Go ahead and write the formula. And the first 3 we're not going to get those first three. Looks like you're going to have to keep working on those ones on your own. Please go ahead and keep working on the practice problems for the rest of this section. Refer back to your note pack as you continue to work through these if you have any additional questions.